What you are about to hear is not theory. It is not speculation. It is documented scientific record held at named universities, published in peer-reviewed journals, and in one case, written in the margin of a printout still on display today. 3 moments where the most qualified researchers on Earth looked at the evidence and had no explanation. 3 moments that were documented, filed, and largely forgotten. 3 questions that have never been answered. Number 3 happened in 1977 and lasted 72 seconds. Number 2 passed through our solar system in 2017 and broke every model we had. And number 1 is happening right now. Repeating, on a precise schedule, from a location that should not be capable of producing it. This is not a UFO channel. We deal in documents, and these documents are extraordinary. Let's start with number 3. August 15th, 1977, Delaware, Ohio. Ohio State University's Big Ear radio telescope is scanning deep space as part of the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence program. A volunteer astronomer named Jerry Eman reviews the printout the following morning. At 11:16 p.m. the previous night, the telescope had detected something, a narrowband radio signal, frequency 1420 megahertz. The precise frequency scientists theorized an extraterrestrial civilization would use to communicate, because it is the frequency of hydrogen, the most common element in the universe. The signal lasted exactly 72 seconds, the maximum duration Big Ear could detect from a single point given the rotation of the Earth. It came from the constellation Sagittarius. It displayed every characteristic predicted for an interstellar transmission. Jerry Eman circled it and wrote one word in the margin: wow. Here's what they weren't telling you. The wow signal has never been detected again. Ohio State University pointed every available instrument at that precise location for decades. Observatories worldwide attempted to reproduce it. The signal did not repeat. No natural phenomenon accounts for it. No satellite, no terrestrial interference. No known astronomical object in that region of space. In 2016, researchers proposed the signal came from a hydrogen cloud around a comet. The theory was widely reported. Less reported was Jerry Eman's response, that the comet hypothesis did not account for the signal's precise frequency characteristics or its duration. The original printout with Eman's handwritten annotation is held at Ohio State University. No explanation has been confirmed in 47 years. 72 seconds, 1 word in a margin, and silence ever since. That is number 3. Number 2 did not stay at a distance. Number 2 came here. And what it did when it left is the part that changed everything. Number 2 has a name. Scientists called it Oumuamua, a Hawaiian word meaning messenger from afar arriving first. It entered our solar system in October 2017, the first interstellar object ever detected passing through. And from the moment it was identified, it did not behave the way it should have. Oumuamua was detected by the Pan-STARRS telescope at the University of Hawaii. Initial observations suggested a comet or asteroid from another star system. Standard procedure: log it, track it, watch it leave. Then the data came back. Its shape was unlike any asteroid ever recorded. Elongated, flat, approximately 400 meters long and only 40 meters wide, a ratio found in no known natural space object. It tumbled as it moved, and it was moving faster than solar gravity alone could account for. That last part was the problem. When objects leave our solar system, they decelerate. Gravity slows them. Oumuamua accelerated. With no tail, no outgassing, no visible propulsion, no debris trail. It simply sped up as it left. The acceleration was measured, calculated, and published. It was real, and it had no natural explanation that fit the data. Here's what they weren't telling you. In 2018, Avi Loeb, chair of the Harvard Astronomy Department, co-authored a paper in the Astrophysical Journal Letters. It examined every proposed natural explanation for Oumuamua's acceleration: hydrogen iceberg, radiation pressure, solar wind. Each one was modeled. Each one failed without requiring properties never seen in any known natural object. The paper concluded the most parsimonious explanation was that Oumuamua was a light sail, a thin, flat object designed to be propelled by solar radiation, artificial in origin. The chair of Harvard's astronomy department published this in a peer-reviewed journal. The scientific community's response was not to engage with the data, it was to distance from the conclusion. Loeb was described as attention-seeking. His paper was characterized as fringe, despite being peer-reviewed and despite no alternative explanation accounting for the acceleration. Loeb continued publishing. He founded the Galileo project at Harvard in 2021, a systematic scientific program to search for evidence of extraterrestrial technology using the same methodology applied to any other astronomical question. Oumuamua is gone. It left before we could gather more data. We will not see it again. We have no explanation for how it moved. And the scientist who said so still works at Harvard. Number 2 came here, accelerated, and left without an explanation we have ever agreed on. Number 1 did not pass through and leave. Number 1 is still happening, right now, on a schedule. And the energy it is releasing should not be physically possible. Number 1 was first detected in 2007. Astronomers at West Virginia University, reviewing archival data from the Parkes telescope in Australia, found something in a recording from 2001. A millisecond pulse of radio energy from deep space. Intense, precise, gone almost before it registered. They called it a fast radio burst. They assumed it was a one-off anomaly. Then they found another, and another. Millisecond pulses from locations billions of light years away, each one releasing more energy in a single millisecond than our sun produces in 3 days, from something happening faster than you can blink. In 2016, researchers at McGill University detected something new, a fast radio burst that repeated, FRB 121102, from the same fixed point in space, again and again. Natural explosions do not repeat from fixed locations. A repeating signal meant something was still there. Here's what they weren't telling you. In 2020, a fast radio burst was detected inside our own galaxy for the first time. The source was identified as a magnetar, a known natural object. This should have been the explanation, case closed. Except the energy output exceeded the theoretical maximum for a magnetar by a factor of 1,000. 1,000 times more powerful than the known physics of the object should allow. Published simultaneously in Nature and the Astrophysical Journal, multiple independent observatories confirmed the reading. This was not a data error. This was a measurement that broke the existing model of what magnetars are capable of. Over 600 fast radio bursts have now been cataloged. In 2022, a paper in Nature confirmed FRB 121102 repeats on a 157-day cycle, a precise cycle, from a fixed point 3 billion light years away. We do not know what is producing it. We do not know why it repeats. We have no confirmed physical model that accounts for the energy output. 3 signals, 3 documented scientific records. 1 written in a margin in 1977 with no explanation in 47 years. 1 that entered our solar system, accelerated without explanation, and left before we could answer a single question it raised. And 1 repeating right now on a 157-day cycle, producing energy that breaks our best models of physics. These are not theories. These are measurements, published in Nature, in the Astrophysical Journal, made by the most qualified researchers on Earth using the best instruments ever built. They looked at the data, they wrote it down, and the question is still open. Subscribe because the archive is full, and we are just getting started.